Cameroonians, both home and abroad, I send you greetings. Roland is my name. I was born in the northwest region of Cameroon. For the past 7 years, the English-speaking part of Cameroon has been fighting a war for secession. And today, I came to let you all know that it is possible for us to achieve these goals without bloodshed. It is possible for us to have good roads, good schools, good infrastructures, businesses without shedding a blood. And there is a path to do so. And we can achieve these goals in 2 years. I would love for you to listen to Donald J. Trump. It's quite an interesting video, and then we will continue. So take a listen.
Can you say if you want Ukraine or Russia to win this war?
I want everybody to stop dying. They're dying, Russians and Ukrainians. I want them to stop dying. And I'll have that done. I'll have that done in 24 hours. I'll have it done. You need the power of the president.
There is too much abundance for us to lose lives, to have people dying the way we do. Our brighter days are ahead of us. And I believe that 2024 is going to be an even better year for every Cameroonian. We will start with our projects in the northwest and southwest part of Cameroon, but this initiative is going to go through the entire nation, and from there to Africa and then the world. We are bent on embarking on sustainable transformation. Today I want to address 3 key things. Like I remember, when we started this struggle, we wanted federation. Today it is independence. The world has been hijacked by people who thrive for independence. We need more unity among us. We need love among us. We need reconciliation among us. We need to be strategic. And this is the reality. People will resort or use brute force as a way to achieve their goals are very weak. A man who beats the wife is a weak man. You should be able to communicate and articulate your perspective and persuade your wife to go to the direction that you think is good for the whole family. You shouldn't resort in violence. And if we use violence as a way or a tool to achieve our goals, then I think we are proving to ourselves that we are weak people, and we are not weak people. And so I employ the youths of the entire nation of Cameroon. I employ the elderly of the nation of Cameroon to rise up, be determined, be reliant, and follow a path that works. This is the reality. We have been able to study nations across the globe just to understand how they achieve success. And we've realized that what we are dealing with is not new. But if we are able to follow a roadmap that works, we will be able to achieve similar results. Donald Trump has been able to make peace between nations like North Korea and the United States without resorting to violence. And I want to let you know it is possible for us to replicate the same process. Right now, where we find ourselves, we are at the point where I describe as an inflection point. An inflection point is that point in life or in a business that if you make the right decision, you are at the crossroad. And if you make the right decision, you are guaranteed to be successful. And I want to say there is too much abundance for us to die. I want to start by letting you understand that the Bible reminds us in Isaiah chapter 2 verse 22 that why should you trust a man who has just breath in his nostrils? Why should you put your trust in such a man? Why should you raise him so high when he has just breath in his nostrils? Trust in God's timeless principles. And we are going to deploy the strategies that work and be able to transform our nation. Some of our leaders have devised a strategy that they deem is necessary for our own transformation. And today I want to present some of those ideas that I've been able to study coming out of their mouth to you. And so you can choose for yourself your destiny. Most of our leaders are looking at a nation like Eritrea. And Eritrea is the example they are following. I implore you to look at the GDP of Eritrea. The GDP of Eritrea is $2 billion. The GDP of your nation, Cameroon, is approximately $45 billion. Eritrea is one of the poorest countries in sub-Saharan Africa. And that nation is the example that we are following. I encourage you to not follow someone who has a constrained vision. That is, their vision is very limiting. And God cannot use anyone who is inflexible. God will only use you if you're flexible to change, to follow the direction of what works. The GDP of America is approximately $23 trillion. And that is the example of a nation that we look at. And their example is what we will be able to replicate in our own nation and achieve similar results. We will follow God's people. We will follow God's example because we know at the end is life. Again, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. This is time for us to reflect and change ourselves. There was an Anglican bishop, and written on his tombstone are these words: when he was young and vibrant, his goal was to change the whole world. He tried extremely hard. At some point, he realized that he couldn't change the world. And he said he would change his country. And he thrived to transform his nation to no avail. And he said, this time I will change my family. As he gets older, he realized that he would have focused on changing himself first. And if he did change himself, he'll be able to change his family, because through his example, his family will look at his life and be able to gain experience and change their own lives. And through his family, he could change his country. And through his country, perhaps, he could change the world. And today, I want to let you know that is the leader that you are following. A leader that has stepped back and changed himself first. And changed his family second. And then I can be able to change my region. It is very important for us to note that if you cannot change yourself or change your family, there is no way for you to change the world or change your country. I want to say the challenges that lie before us, it is possible for us to get victory and have a blueprint that will enable us to achieve this result in 2 years if we cooperate.